Hello everyone, welcome to these exciting Art House Urban Bright Arts and Education videos. Art House's mission is to inspire exploration and expression in the visual arts. We work with professional artists who will be instructing you on some amazing arts and crafts projects. Are you ready?
Hi, this is Megan Frabel from Art House Inc. I am a summer intern, and in this video we're going to be learning how to draw Ariel from the Little Mermaid. So what you're going to need today is a watercolor set of your choice. I'm again using my Pelican set and a little bit of my Winsor & Newton Cotman set. And then just any paper. Watercolor paper is great since we are using watercolors. I just used mixed media paper, which is what I've been using in all the videos. And then your choice of paintbrushes, and if you want a rubber eraser and ink pens to do the lining. So any ink pen will work. Very similar supplies to some of our last videos.
So we're going to be drawing Ariel from the Little Mermaid, as I said. And to start, we're going to start with her head. So she has a pretty average face design where she has you know, like a rounded face with a bit of a chin. We're just gonna block a little bit of this in while he... Alright, so now I'm gonna go into her shoulder area and kind of just sort of block in where her body is gonna be. So I might do one arm in her hair. Gotta think of how I wanna reposition her. So we'll have one arm in her hair. And maybe just do one arm kind of out and about, like she's almost posing, but not quite. So this is her back, shoulder blades. That comes around into her torso and then her waist. So what will be the easier part is her tail, because there's a little less anatomy involved with that. So with her tail, I'm going to have it wrap around. And then she has her fins. So there's that. This is like her chin. Might have to adjust her arms a bit depending on how her hair turns out. So Ariel has this big swoosh of hair. So she has a bit over here, and then it goes a little bit over and then around like that. So it's almost like a little curve. And then you have her scalp. And she also, well, this is gonna probably have to be adjusted. this goes behind her. Might change her arm positions, but we'll see. And so then she has like her shell bra. So I'm just gonna roughly put the shape of the bra in, and then the strap around. Then how it works is how she has it is like, it's like a nice little like shell texture here, and it kind of builds up. It's not perfect, but I don't want this one to be coming off too much. And again, the lines are going to be painted over, and I'm going to end up erasing a lot of it to paint. And we can make her hair kind of, it has like, we call, as we joke with like events like Mermaid and stuff, that there's a thing called mermaid physics where their hair is all over the place because they're in the water. I have to figure out this arm really quick. Before I figure out her hair. Here's your thumb, and then the rest of the hand. I might have made her arm too long. I'm gonna actually bend it. That's the thing too with drawing a lot, you know, you just kind of, you can move things around and you don't like how it looks. Do this one so it's like the underside of her hand, so it's not really going to be focused on her. Almost needs to be more relaxed. See, this video could end up being kind of longer than expected just because hands can be a pain, so I might speed through some of this. That works. That's fine. Sorry for the wishy-washiness there. I think I'm more hard on how I draw hands, especially when I do it with character art where it's a mermaid and I don't have to draw legs. I'm like, well, if I don't have to draw the legs, I need to be able to, at the very least, draw the feet. Draw the hands. Oh boy. So now I'm gonna think about her hair. I'm gonna have it come over her shoulder. I think I'm just gonna do it like that. We're kinda might have to go in there and fix the elbow and stuff. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it because these lines are going to disappear. Okay, and so we're going to do her face really quick. So Ariel kind of has like a soft nose, but a little longer nose than some of the princesses. Then she has red lips. And she kind of has nice big round eyes. This looks like I made her head too small. It's the fun thing about this. It's like once you have a drawing you're happy with, you gotta erase it. Alright, wherever I put my rubber eraser. Okay. So now we are gonna lighten our lines. And we're going to be using a mixture of two different watercolor techniques, which is wet on wet and then wet on dry. So they are pretty self-explanatory. The one is what we used in the cityscape painting, wet on wet, where I wetted the paper down first before I painted and used wet paint on dry paper. Wet paper and wet paint. But for this I'm going to be using a little bit of wet on dry where the paper is dry, but I'm going to be painting on it with, wet paint. Okay, should be okay for now. So first I'm going to start with a first layer of green. It's not exactly the right color. Just gonna start filling stuff in. So this is actually a very interesting thing. When they created Ariel, they made a Disney Labs. They can create like new colors. So like they created a color specifically for Ariel's tail, and they named it Ariel, but it's for that specific blue-green color she kind of had going. And we're going to add a little bit of blue into this and darker green because it's not as light as her fins. And you can tell I need to get more paint and more water more frequently when you use wet on dry because it's not already wet on the paper. And again, you don't want to overwork watercolors either. Just want to get it all down. For now, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be setting down the base layer of colors. Okay, so it's pretty basic for her green. And while that dries, might do her skin. We're gonna start with this peach color. here. I do have 2 glasses of water, so to make it a little easier so I'm not throwing paint across my paper. Now, the difference between the 2 paints I'm using, I have the Pelikan set and then the Winsor & Newton cotton set. I feel like the Pelikan paints are a little more like pasty. Like, do you see how much thicker they are? And a little less watery at times, and it might just be the amount of water I'm using on my brush. But even when I have a good amount of water, they feel thicker than my common set. But sometimes I really like that. That's a different effect, and maybe someone would say that doesn't look like watercolor. It is, it's just a different kind, and that's totally okay. That's the whole point, is like, you don't want to just do everything the same way everyone else does. You just want to learn and try new things. So this is fine, the green. So I'm gonna go over that with the dark green. I might fill the whole thing with that darker green just to get the color more accurate. Actually, I did not try blotting with this initial drawing when I did it to practice. And I almost wonder if it'll add a nice shine to her tail, because it does have like all the little fins and stuff on it. You know, I might try that. If it doesn't turn out amazing, that's okay. Art is all about trying new things. We'll see. It's definitely an interesting texture. I'll probably play with that a little bit. So while I'm at it, I'm just gonna fill in her seashell bra with its base coat. Again, we're doing it light so that we can layer on top of it. Ooh, that's fine. Okay, and then next I'm going to do her fins. And the thing about her fins is actually that they're kind of translucent and you can see through them. So we're going to keep them nice and light. So more wet on wet approach. Sure, that looks good. All right, and I think next we're gonna do her bright red hair. Okay, so I'm gonna use my red, and we're gonna do our very first layer on her hair. And and her hair is gonna take multiple layers to get completely good because it is very bright. There's still a little bit to do with the skin and stuff to make it look a little bit better. But I think it's not so bad. Looks kind of nice. And she does have red lips, but I'm a little nervous about putting that bright red on her skin. I'm gonna have to really use a detail brush here. That's not too bad. I was a little nervous though. So once she dries up a little bit more, I'll be able to do a little more detail work and eventually line her. So now that we have a good amount of this completed, I still kind of want to go back in and add a little more detail work to it. Just to clean up some of the areas. I didn't really shade her hair all that much, but you know, I kind of want to just keep this one simple. I feel like it benefits from the simplicity. And her skin isn't like super shaded as much as I thought it would turn out to be, but no, honestly, I think I'm just gonna line it because the lining will add its own level of depth. And so, like the cityscape, all we're really doing is going over some of the lines that we had already created to add just a little bit more to this painting. One thing you'll notice when you try and line over paint, sometimes your ink doesn't really work super well. So like this marker is not having it. Well, this pen. So I might try a different one. So this one has a little bit of thicker line. I mean, there's not a ton to say. Because we already kind of drew her once. It's just a matter of relining her. And giving her some of that nice line work. So I got a little line there where I didn't really mean to, but so again, we're just lining over those pre-established lines that we made. when we sketched her. And it doesn't have to be perfect. There's still a lot I need to learn when it comes to anatomy and drawing people. I'm actually taking a really cool class on that this next school year, so. That'll be really fun. So there we have Princess Ariel. I'm actually gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna go in and add a little sparkle to her eye. Oh, that's almost too much. That's something you can kind of clean up. So there you have it. We have drawn Princess Ariel. To see more drawing videos, you can just follow our Instagram at Arthouse Inc. and also subscribe to our YouTube channel in order to see the latest instruction videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Art House's video today. Don't forget to like, share, and comment with what you've made. Tune in to another instruction video on our Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube page. We are grateful to our funders and individual donors who have made this programming possible. We also wish to thank Lil Blizzard Boy from Refresh Collective for our background music. See you soon!